I'm going to, all right. So can everyone hear me? Everyone give me a thumbs up. This is my daughter that is supposed to be sleeping. So much for that, right? My name is Melissa Christopher. I am married to Josiah, and I have 2 children, Callie and Cohen. Callie's 4, Cohen is 1. And all of you maybe don't know me, but I know all of you because you are all on my doTERRA team. So I have quite a few educators on my team, and 2 of them are Megan, who all of you know probably, most of you know, or Stacy, or myself. So one of us 3 invited you to learn a little bit more about doTERRA, and that is why you're here. We wanted to give you a little inside look at the doTERRA products that we love. Y'all already have your oils, and those classes are so good to keep learning how to use your oils. But I was probably almost a year into using essential oils before I really knew what kind of products were available and how clean they were, how effective they were. And so I just thought I'd touch that world a little bit for you guys, especially if you're newer to doTERRA, so that you know what's out there if that's something that you want to look into or you think it could benefit your family. So we're going to get started with just a little bit of introduction. If you don't know Megan or Stacy, they're just going to tell you a little bit about themselves, and then I'll finish up and get going here. Who's going first?
I'll go first. So my name's Megan. I have been with doTERRA since September when I enrolled with Stacy after a class, and then got into more oils and teaching classes around November. So I've been learning right along with you and enjoying the classes we've been doing so far. I'm a full-time physical therapist, part business owner with that job. And really my primary love right now is using oils, and like Melissa said, getting into more natural products. It's kind of scary reading some ingredient lists of what is in things, especially things to use on my little one, who will be 1 on Wednesday. So I have been really liking our team and enjoying getting to know Stacy and Melissa more along the way. It's been a while since we've been on Zoom, so I feel a little rusty.
I second that, Melissa.
It's often better when everyone has their video on so we can actually see them. Otherwise, I just see a black box with a little white
name.
And you're staring back at yourself.
So
yeah,
I get it. Maybe highly secretive work.
Oh.
Go for
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Stacy, for those of you who don't know me, and I met Melissa, it's been probably 6 years ago now. She's really supported me in a lot of different areas in my life. I met her at Inspired Chiropractic, and so over the past 6 years, I've made a lot of changes in my life, and she has really supported me on that journey. So as you guys will soon find out, she is very knowledgeable, and she is my go-to when I have questions and don't know the answers. So it's been about a year, little over a year since I started using oils. I first started using oils when Adeline was born. And Melissa reached out and was willing to support me when I was looking for an alternative to pain medication. So I work part-time at Avera Behavioral Health on the child and adolescent units. My true passion is definitely helping other mamas and supporting others who are looking for those alternatives like I was. So yeah, we'll just kind of chat. And Melissa, like she said, she's been using doTERRA products for almost 3 years, Melissa.
Yep.
So Megan and I are learning tonight as well.
Yeah.
Good. I'm excited. So we'll get going here. First, I want to talk to you all about where I get educated, where I learn a lot of the things that I teach, whether it's in a class like this or a topic class like immune systems, digestive health, energy, mood, lots of different things that we stress that I've taught on. And they come from a lot of different resources. There's quite a few online. And because you guys are enrolled with doTERRA and you're on my team, you have special access to some private groups online. So I want to make sure if you're not already on there, that you get access to there. So it's called Team Aromasol is one of the private Facebook pages, and it is led by my upline, Callie Kenny. She has been using essential oils for over 15 years. She was first with Young Living and then moved over to doTERRA once she had what she called her doTERRA experience. So if you haven't had a doTERRA experience, you will, and it will change you. It'll be awesome. But she did, and she ended up starting to sell doTERRA even when she thought she wouldn't, because she had never experienced a few of those essential oils like she did at that point. So she's been doing the doTERRA business for probably 4 or 5 years, and she's just a delight. You'll love her page. There's over 3,000 members to that private group. So when you post there, you're getting a wide range of questions answered from all different avenues of life. There are doulas on that page, and practitioners and chiropractors, and just all different wide spectrum of people that can help you. So know that that's available to you. You have to be added to that. So if the person who has enrolled you has not added you and you want to be a part of that, it's called Team Aromasol, and we can do that. The second page is called the Living Drop Collective, and that gets a little bit closer to home. Most of those people are enrolled locally, some a little bit farther out in the U.S., but it is led by my direct upline. Her name is Kristen Tigas, and she's the one who introduced me to essential oils, and she is so sweet and loves to help people. If you guys have met her, interacted with her, I think you would love her. She's going to be back here in the spring to teach us some aroma touch technique trainings and other special classes that she's had training in. So be on the lookout for those dates when they come up, probably April, May time. She has a page called the Living Drop Collective, and that's also a private page that you can be added to. It's going to be more local users. So that's like, hey, I need lavender. I just used my last drop. Does anybody have some in Sioux Falls or Brookings or Watertown or something that you can run to me? And so it's also for questions as well too, but just know it's more of a localized group, and I find it really helpful. Kristen's going to have live teachings on there every Monday for the next few months. So today was on Essential Oils 101. Did anyone hop on and watch any of that? It was really good and really helpful. You'll find it just really, really practical. So I'm teaching one in a couple of weeks on something. I don't even remember the topic. But yeah.
I think it was immune health, wasn't it?
I'm teaching on immune health. How do you know what I'm teaching? That's so good. Okay.
Yes, you said it.
So I'm doing immune health in a couple of weeks, and people are doing first aid and digestive health and DIYs and all that stuff. So make sure you get a request to us to be added to that. And then, so that's kind of online resources. I also have an Instagram page that you can follow. I'm doing a series now called Immune Remedies. I'm laying out my top 10 things that I do when I'm sick or my kids are sick. Many that I've actually done in the last several months regularly. So then there's some book resources. So if you are in the world of pregnancy, birth, and babies, you have to have this book, Essential Oils for Pregnancy, Birth, and Babies. It is so practical. It takes you all the way from trouble conceiving, so fertility concerns, and a protocol for that I've had 3 friends personally get pregnant after getting started on there. So lots of other changes they were making as well, but I know that played a role. It goes through first trimester concerns, second trimester, third trimester birth, and then postpartum with tons of recipes. So there's a postpartum room spray that smells amazing, just different recipes like that. So I encourage you to check that out if that's the world that you're in or you know somebody. It's a really nice gift. I use this all the time. It's called Symphony of the Cells and the Body Systems chart. I actually just used it today. Stacy knows this, but I was sick this morning. I had my mom come down from Watertown because I just felt nauseous. I wasn't sure what was going on. It got worse, and I started a fever, and I started doing what I have in these Instagram posts, and I'm teaching a class here at 8:15. So it's pretty amazing. But one of them is the digestive protocol that's in here. So it's all different specific applications of essential oils to the spine and the feet, and it'll take you through all different ones. So inflammatory, infectious disease, hormone balance, digestive. That's the one I did today. And about 15 minutes after that was put on my spine and my feet, I felt completely different. So, and then after about 2 or 3 hours, I started feeling funky again. And so I went, my mom's going to do hopefully another protocol before I go to bed here. It's just along the spine and the feet. I do this on my kids quite a bit. It's been really helpful. So you'll look up ailments in the back. If you're not sure what to do, direct you to a body system, and then it'll actually take you to a symphony of the cell that you can do. So that's been super helpful. I can show you where to order those if you're interested in something like that. And then we got the real deal, right? The textbooks. Essential Life. I don't know how you have essential oils if you don't have this book. This is so necessary for learning. This takes you through every single doTERRA oil that you can purchase, every blend, every product, and then it'll also take you through every ailment. So if you have leg ulcers, it'll tell you what oils to use, what body system to reference, and then tons of recipes in the back here, of which I have tried many. So like an Oh My Aching Back rollerball blend that you can put together, broken bone fix, all different kinds of things. So this book you can purchase locally at 3 Degrees in Sioux Falls. She has them for $25, which is a deal there. You can also get it off of Amazon, but right now I think they're like $40 shipped on Amazon. So I would check her out locally if you want. We're also going to be placing a bulk order with our team as soon as the new book comes out. So be looking for that. If you're more of a sciencey nerd, anybody like really into science? Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't have to have bad connotation, right? The only science class I took in college was Science 101 or whatever they call it. And I barely passed because I had no interest in it. I was dating my husband at the time. I was like, who needs science, right? Essential oils, and you're like, it's actually all about science. That's why essential oils work, is because they're science and the way they interact with the body and our cells and our brain and all of that. So if you want to learn more about that, if you don't want to just take lavender because I told you that it calms your body, and you want to know why it actually does that, then Modern Essentials would be a really good book for you. It's going to actually take you through the components of individual oils and tell you how that interacts with the body. So I don't have to spend a ton of time on it, but I mean, so there it is, a little intense, right? Thymol, that's what's in thyme essential oil and why it works. So yeah, consider that. And then my newest collection.
Yes.
This beast. So my husband laughed when he opened up the box because he's like, are you joking me? You bought so many textbooks in college that you didn't even open, and you paid for this and you're going to read it? And I actually have already opened a few pages, and I can tell I'm going to really like it. If you are really into safety and just conscious use of essential oils and really sciencey, then this is like the most scientific resource. It's $100 on Amazon. They just had a 50% off sale. I'm not sure if they still do, but consider that. Now, you don't have to have all those books. I do, because I'm an educator and I get asked tons of questions, and I want to be able to have the resources at my fingertips. If you're only going to get one resource, then I would say Essential Life. If you're going to splurge and get two, then I would say Essential Life and that body systems charts would be the most necessary. So is that good? That's a lot of education. Hopefully you guys can find some resources there. Let's jump into some products. We're going to start with the spa line. Who has explored the spa line at all? Anybody? Most of it is brand new, just as of September this year. And so some of my favorites are the body butter and the sugar scrub. Notice it's empty. It is amazing. It is so amazing. It smells like nothing you're ever going to DIY in your life. So I know Stacy and Megan are big DIYers, and like props to that, but I guarantee your sugar scrub don't smell like this. It is so amazing. So it has wild orange, grapefruit, ginger, and then I was thinking it was Douglas fir. This has Douglas fir. So wild orange, grapefruit, and ginger. I've been using this on the backs of my arms and legs and then in my armpits right before I shave. I have felt like it's been really exfoliating to me. I get like ingrown hairs, bumps, I don't know what you call them, like on the backs of your arms, backs of your legs, anybody else like that, kind of chronic to that. And I feel like this plus my Norwex body rag has made a huge difference. And then when I get out, I use the body butter. So you can see the consistency of it. It's like frosting. It's so awesome. And this one has Douglas fir in it. Does anyone have that essential oil, Douglas fir? You guys. So my husband will put lotion on my back and my feet anytime I ask him because he's obsessed with Douglas fir. He grew up in northern Minnesota, and that's what's all up there, firs and birch and all that kind of stuff. He loves that smell. So it's been really awesome. It's really good for really dry winter skin. I had shared one of these with a lady that hosted a class for me, and I just talked with her yesterday. She bought 3 more. So it goes on smooth. Has anyone made some DIY stuff and it's like kind of greasy afterwards? It eventually will soak in, but a little grease, no grease, just stinking amazing. My son is really sensitive to lotions and fragrances and all of that. I can't hardly put anything on his skin. He doesn't react to this, which is so awesome. So my kids' skin just gets so stinking dry in the winter. It's crazy. And so that body butter has been awesome. So those are 2. I think you can even buy this in a gift set right now for cheaper than you can buy them individually. And then they come with fuzzy doTERRA socks. So check that out if you are considering that. It's an awesome gift. I gave it to my mother-in-law for Christmas and she loved it. Pretty affordable there. So the next thing on the spa line that we have to talk about is the detoxifying mud mask. Have you guys seen this? So it was so popular when it came out in September that it was here for October, and then in November it went out of stock. It was back ordered until, I don't know, do you guys know if you can get it now?
I still have some, so I haven't tried, but
I know as of December there was nothing available. It lasts forever. I just use literally, I don't know, the size of my pinky all over my face, and I only leave it on for about 10 minutes. It's very subtle smelling, but it is really invigorating. Juniper berry, grapefruit, and myrrh are the oils that are in there. Even my husband will put this on. Because men get breakouts, but they can't do concealer or whatever. And so this really helps my husband feel like he has an edge on his acne if he gets something. It's without anybody knowing it, right? Except now y'all know it. He does the detoxifying mud mask. I just asked him today. I was like, what do you think of that? He's like, actually, it was really awesome. My skin is so super soft. It will shrink your pores. And so that's like myrrh and juniper berry, grapefruit. Those are detoxifying oils. So really, really, it's actually pretty inexpensive. I think it's only $12 and it will last you forever. Detoxifying mud mask. So it's just kind of a nice little self-care routine that I've gotten into, taking care of my skin. I had this little abrasion. I get about 1 every single time I have a cycle, fortunately. And this mask was able to kind of, it was underneath the skin, pull it up and out. I know that's too much information, but I just said it. So that was really helpful.
I looked it up, Melissa. It's available and it's $14.
14, yeah. Also a really sweet gift, for Valentine's Day for friends or either of those. I would love.
I just placed an order, Melissa, and
Say it again.
coming. I just placed an order and it's coming.
Oh, yay! The mud mask or the body butter?
Yeah, the mud mask.
Oh, fun. Yeah, no, it's super good. I know people that use it on their armpits. If you've got a major odor issue, you don't have to raise your hand or anything. But
I'll admit it.
Yeah, so then just do it just like you do it on your face, no more than 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in your armpits and then wash off. So you could just do it in the shower if you wanted to. Detoxifying.
No.
Shampoo and conditioner, y'all. Has anyone switched to natural shampoo and conditioner, ones without toxic products?
Just got mine today.
And then they stink, they don't lather and they don't smell very good. And you're like, well, I'm glad I'm not toxic, but my hair looks like junk. I did that for a couple of years because I didn't know there was anything else available. So if you look up these products on the EWG, which is Environmental Working Group, it's a place you can test your products to see what they score. They score low, like 3 from a scale of 0 to 10. That means there's not chemicals in here. It is safe for color treated hair. Wild orange and lime. Anybody have trouble getting up in the morning? Try taking a dose of wild orange and lime next to your skull. It is so awesome. It actually lasts a long time, and it does suds. Everybody always asks me that. People that know that if you don't have sodium lauryl sulfate, typically your products won't suds. That's what makes it suds, that chemical. This does not have that chemical, and it still does suds. So this is only the 3rd bottle of conditioner I've bought in 2 years. That's how long it lasts. Okay, I do wash my hair regularly. You're all like, oh, right, this girl didn't shower. But you know what? I used to have really greasy hair. In college, my friends would go like 1 or 2 days without washing their hair. Not showering, washing their hair. Have we clarified? And I couldn't. I was just like immediate grease ball the next morning that I would wake up. And it took me a little while, but this actually balanced out my oils. I did not wash my hair today. So maybe you think it looks greasy, but I also saunaed today, so that's part of it. So shampoo, conditioner lasts a long time and really works. So consider that. If you want just a sample of it because you're nervous about your hair, I can get you one. doTERRA sells samples of it. All right, that's the spa line. There's so many other things on the spa line, but that's all we're going to hit today. But you can actually go to products on your doTERRA site and look under the spa line. There's chapstick that I want to talk about tonight because it is so awesome. You're thinking chapstick, really, but like it seriously is. I don't have time to talk about that. There's also body wash and a soap bar and all that kind of stuff. All right, we are moving on to the Virage skincare collection. So this is also something that you should consider. Everything you put on your skin can be measured in your bloodstream within about 26 seconds. So not to freak you out, but I just think everyone should at least be a conscious consumer. Whether you're making changes or not, you should at least know that what you're putting on your skin more than likely has never been tested. So if you aren't familiar with the EWG, environmentalworkinggroup.org/skin deep, you should check it out because you can look up your products and see if you're putting cancer-causing chemicals on your skin. doTERRA is very safe. There's nothing in this Virage skincare line that is cancer-causing. In fact, it's infused with essential oils. So the face wash is wild orange, melaleuca, and basil. Melaleuca is known for balancing the bacteria on the skin and dealing with breakouts. The next step would be the toner, ylang ylang, coriander, cypress, palmarosa. Cypress is known for circulation, good healthy blood flow to the skin. And then this little guy, has anyone heard of the Immortelle roller, the anti-aging roller? That's basically what this is. It's all of those oils, but in a hydrating serum. So really good for dry winter skin if anyone deals with dry. Frankincense, lavender, helichrysum, Hawaiian sandalwood, myrrh, and rose. Those are like the most expensive oils you can purchase on your back office. Go look up what helichrysum runs and Hawaiian sandalwood, myrrh. And then rose you can't even purchase because it is literally $500 for a 5 milliliter bottle. You can earn it if you're a doTERRA advocate, but you can't pay for it. So this is really nourishing to my skin. In fact, I used to deal with like little cysty kind of things in my eyes. And ever since I've been using this, like all around my eyes, my whole face, I haven't dealt with that at all. So I was just thinking about that the other day, kind of ironic. My eyes would almost like burn when I looked at the computer screen too long. And I have not dealt with that since because I was out of this for a while. So I had jumped to a different moisturizer that I was using until I got my Virage recently. And now I've noticed again, that's not causing a problem. So, and then the last one is the moisturizer, which has geranium, juniper berry, sea buckthorn berry, and jasmine, which is another oil that you can't purchase. It smells so good. So I'll do this. I try to do this every day, but let's just be honest, 2 kids does not make washing your face a regular thing, unfortunately. But Sundays I always do because my husband's home, we go to church. And probably 5 times now in church when you're doing like the initial greet, like, hey, how is everyone? You're shaking each other's hands. I'll hug people that I know. And they're like, wow, I love your perfume. And I'm like, it's my Barrage skincare line. I'm not wearing any perfume. So like I've gotten compliments as if it's perfume on my face. It's probably the jasmine in the moisturizer because that is a gorgeous smell. But anyway, if you have extremely acne prone skin, like you have to be so careful what kind of moisturizer that you put on your face or any kind of oil, you may want to look into doTERRA's anti-aging line. That might be better for you. But if you have pretty general skin, it will help balance the oils and manage breakouts. So this is the worst little bugger I've gotten in a long time. That is the spa facial things that we're talking about. We're going to move into everything on guard, and that's something Stacy and Megan are going to highlight for us. So toothpaste, who's up on that one?
Me. I got my new tube of toothpaste today, along with my shampoo and conditioner, so I'm pretty excited about that. I have sensitive teeth to hot or warm foods. So I was using toothpaste for that. That's like, $5 a tube that lasts you what feels like 2 weeks. And still, still had sensitivities, and the dentist is telling me I can't use it. I need to rotate them because it's not good for your teeth and all that jazz, which I had to use it because my teeth were so sensitive. I have been using this, and I have not had any trouble with my sensitivity in my teeth. My teeth feel clean all the time, like all day. Like at the end of the day, you start to feel that grimy, yucky, where you feel like you want to go like this with a washcloth on your teeth. Yeah, you're all doing it now, where you're kind of like, gross. I have not felt that, which I like. And it smells good. I feel like I have fresh breath throughout the day. So I'm pretty impressed with that. And natural whitening is also good. I think that so many products are so hard on our teeth that are advertised for whitening because of the things we eat and drink. I like having a natural option for that as well. And fluoride-free toothpaste, always a bonus too. So I would say if you're kind of cautious on things you want to try, this was a great start for me to get into the products. Was just something simple to start changing out in my routine, and definitely ready to expand other things for changing out in my routine. But if you are tired of your toothpaste and feel like you always have to switch your toothpaste because you're not getting the job done, go to this one.
I second the sensitivity. I actually got prescription sensitivity toothpaste for a long time from my dentist. So it wasn't $5 a tube. It was like 12 or 15.
Yeah.
And my teeth were still sensitive. I just figured, man, if I stop using it, I can't imagine how sensitive my teeth would be. And so I honestly, I don't even really remember the transition. Like that's how crazy, helpful it was for me. So my mom actually enrolled her dental hygienist as a customer with doTERRA because 2 times in a row she asked, why are your gums so healthy? They keep getting healthier. And as you age, there's always concerns that they're not going to. And so she's like, I got to come to a class to learn about this on guard stuff you talk about. So yeah, really good. Up next are more of immune support. Anybody been under the weather in the last few months? We haven't seen the sun now in quite a few days. These are my 2 go-tos, and Stacy is going to chat about these guys.
All right, so the On Guard throat drops are really awesome. They're so convenient. So awesome that I want to eat them every single day, and to keep myself from doing so, they taste like On Guard smells. So if you like the smell of On Guard, you will like them. We have an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old who like these as well as the Breathe drops. I was reading online that 5 and older can have the throat drops. So the Breathe drops are also a good alternative because the Breathe essential oil is not to be taken internally. So great alternative to, like your full of sugar cough drops that probably don't even really suppress anything. But yeah, the On Guard drops, it's great little immune boost, something that you can take when you are having any sort of respiratory distress. These have wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and myrrh. So,
almost every single throat drop that you find in the store, unless you're getting out of a health food store, is going to have high fructose corn syrup in it, or sucrose, or some kind of artificial sweetener that is actually known to lower the function of your immune system. So that's what gets so frustrating, is you're trying to make a good choice and get better quicker, and those are actually causing more harm than good. So that's what drew me to these originally.
It's crazy, Stacy. You can want to eat them, and I had like one for like 10 seconds, and I was like, okay, that's enough, because it was so powerful. I was like, I got to work myself into this.
Were you sick when you took it?
Yeah.
Oh, you were? Okay. That makes a difference for me. Like, if I feel totally healthy, I'm not. She's a cinnamon addict. That's why she's all like obsessed.
Maybe I wasn't. Yeah. Maybe I was just curious about it and tried it.
Because when I've taken it, when I haven't been sick, I was like, whoa, that's hard. And when I've been sick, I'm like blowing through these bags because they're so helpful to me.
I'll have to remember that.
They're a natural cough suppressant. That I had some bronchitis issues back in November, and that was the only thing that kept me sane, was rotating between those breathe drops. And Stacy knows. I'm like calling her. I'm like, how many can you ration out to me? I'm already out of my whole bag. Cool. And then the On Guard
drops too. Those are also an excellent cough suppressant, especially right before bed. Owen and Hunter have both had some respiratory stuff since school has started, and they're great. I mean, they usually will only suck on half of it, and then they'll set it on a Kleenex or the dresser or whatever, and then they can pop it in the next morning. So, I mean, versus the ones that taste like candy that they're just chomping through. So, but definitely a great cough suppressant at bedtime to just kind of numb the throat and really provide support for the lungs as well.
All right, we're ready to talk about my oil. You got this one, Stace?
Yeah, the protective soft gels. So, I'm not sure what other people have used these for, but me personally, I've struggled since I was in middle school with outbreaks on my lips, and I have taken so many prescription medications for this, you guys. It is not that I do not get them anymore, but I can still be presentable. I can still feel like I can go to work. My entire lip does not swell up. I no longer take any sort of over-the-counter prescription medication, nothing for these. I mean, it almost immediately dries them out. So
are you just swallowing them, or are you opening them up and putting them on your sore?
I have not opened them up. I take one in the morning and then one about late afternoon, and every single day for, I'd say about 5 days. I never go past 5 days. I don't need to.
That's awesome. So everyone always asks me, isn't this the same as taking an On Guard, like just putting a few drops of On Guard in a capsule? What say you to that?
Well, they have all of the oils that On Guard has. In addition to that, they have black pepper, and Melissa, which is an extremely expensive oil. For those of you who, I have not used this myself. So Melissa, you can talk a little bit more about that, but $135 oil, you guys. So this, I think, $21, $24 for
60 soft gels, which you're not going to use more than 10 at a time, like ever. So like in the span of like a few days of being sick. I took one of these last night because I knew I was feeling kind of funny. And then I've taken one more today, and that's it. Like, and and obviously I've done other things, but so it's On Guard Plus. It is everything that's in On Guard plus oregano, rosemary, melissa, and black pepper. So just a huge kick to your immune system, and is just so easy, especially for the non-believers. If you've got oil non-believers in your life, you just hand them a couple of these, tell them their Tylenol or whatever you got to tell them. And when they start feeling better, then you pull out the bottle and you tell them what they actually took, because they will notice a difference within 12 hours. Guaranteed. It's crazy. I'm never going to live without them. If you're like me and you're in the natural health world, you start feeling those symptoms, and then you're like, well, we'll wait and see what tomorrow looks like, because you don't really have anything in the natural world that helps you get better when you're starting to feel those symptoms. You just kind of wait, and then you treat them when they're present. And this has changed the game for me. So sweet. Can we chat about this for just a few seconds? Because you probably already have the deep blue oil. I don't know why this is so far superior. I use the deep blue oil. I use it along the spine for just lowering inflammation and pain. But this rub is insane. It is so good. And I know there's a few other ingredients in here that probably allow the deep blue oil to stay more potent in this. But it's so helpful. If I wake up with a stiff neck, any kind of shooting pain, anything that like uncomfortable, anything, this is what comes out. And it is so easy to use because it's in an actual tube. It's just like a cream. So if you have the past tense oil, that is for any kind of tension, and you've got Aroma Touch oil, that's the massage blend, past tense, Aroma Touch, and this is better than any kind of pain, anything I've ever taken, that combo. Deep Blue Rub, past tense, Aroma Touch. I was in so much pain from sleeping wrong or something. I don't know what happened. And actually, that's the first sign that I'm pregnant, typically. I get a stiff neck. I don't know if anybody else is that way. It was happened twice now, obviously. Well, I ended up getting a stiff neck about 6 months ago, and my husband was like, shut up. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. It was not the real deal. So I'm not making light of anybody that struggled getting pregnant. For us, it just was not a good time. But we ended up going to Omaha the next day for a trip that my daughter had been waiting to go on for months. And I'm like, I don't know if I can ride in the car. I don't know if I can sleep in a hotel bed. I don't know if I can walk around the zoo for 10 hours. This plus the Aroma Touch oil and the past tense roller ball saved my life. So if you deal with anything like that, pain related, maybe you deal with it more chronically than I do, that is going to be helpful. I like to pass this around in classes, especially to the older population that might attend my classes. And I'm like, just squeeze a little bit out and rub it on anywhere you might feel sore or painful. I've had 2 women enroll just because of this Deep Blue Rub, because within a few minutes, their hands felt different, less painful. Maybe it was a shoulder or an elbow, something like that. Joints, really important. So that's the Deep Blue Rub. Be on the lookout, because they give this away free, typically for there's a lot of us, or a qualified order, I think around March to April-ish time. So be on the lookout, because that will come free. Last year they did a Deep Blue oil and the Deep Blue Rub free with the purchase. So it's awesome. I want to move into my last category here, which y'all have asked me about, and I get tons and tons of questions, unless y'all have anything else to say about what I've just talked about. Nope. Okay. I need to move into supplements. So I posted on the Facebook page, what is the #1 sold item in doTERRA? Safe while breastfeeding and pregnant. What are we chatting about? Deep Blue Rub?
No, I think it was the soft gels.
Yeah.
Soft gels. Melissa essential oil has cautions for pregnancy. But I always say, if I'm looking at an alternative of a medication, or I'm like not going to function, then I would rather take 1 or 2 of these and recover quickly, get back to my life, avoid a medication. So I did take these when I was pregnant, but there's such an acute use. You're not using them every day. So I'm going to let you decide, just knowing that there are some cautions for Melissa. It's just because it's so powerful. It's such a potent essential oil. And so even just 1 could probably take care of what you're dealing with. So breastfeeding, I do take it. In fact, I have use them on my son who's dealt with some crazy skin issues. I actually snipped the end off and rubbed it all over his back and legs, and I saw major progress in less than 10 days. So, all right, let's talk about supplements. Say?
Did you dilute that, Melissa?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, always dilute. There's never an oil that I put on my kids that I don't dilute.
I wasn't sure if this was diluted already.
No.
Okay.
Not enough if it is. No.
Right. Okay.
Actually, there is extra virgin olive oil in there, but not enough. No.
Right. Okay.
Okay, cool. So the number one selling product, a couple of you got it right, is not an essential oil in doTERRA. Can you believe that? I was kind of surprised to learn that when I first started doTERRA. It is the Lifelong Vitality Pack with doTERRA. So this is an oil infused product, meaning there's oils inside the supplements, but it is not an oil itself, obviously. So let me talk real briefly about all of them. If you have specific questions for your own personal health journey, then reach out to me. I'd love, or Megan or Stacy, I'd love to help you. But I did a online class in the Live Well Facebook page a while ago talking about the 4 supplements that every human should be on, whether you're young, old, pregnant, nursing, single, whatever. Everyone should be on them, and they are a multivitamin, a whole foods multivitamin, an omega oil, also known as fish oil, but it's important to know that fish isn't the only place you can get omegas. Omega oil, and then a probiotic and vitamin D3. So there is some vitamin D3 in these supplements. I don't believe that it's enough. So I believe you personally should be supplementing yourself with vitamin D3, and I'm not going to go into that today, but I do want to talk about these 3 and why they're so important. So this is a food nutrient complex. So it basically means multivitamin that's made out of food. So check this out. The Whole Foods blend has kale leaf extract, dandelion powder, parsley powder, spinach powder, broccoli powder, cabbage extract, Brussels sprouts powder, ginger, peppermint, caraway. It is food. So we're getting all of these vitamins, A, C, D, K, all of that from food. Your body knows how to digest it. And it has a tummy tamer blend. So a lot of people get really worked up about taking supplements on an empty stomach because they might feel like junk. I haven't had that problem with these supplements. I still do try to take them with food just because I know that good fats help absorb these things. But if I need to just take them quick, I'm not going to deal with an issue. And I know that it's because I'm absorbing them more than I would have otherwise. So that is the MVP. That is the Microplex Food Nutrient Complex. The XEO Omega, Essential Oil Omega Complex. These are every good fat that your body needs. So your brain and your heart are comprised of mostly fat. So our low-fat diets are a problem, and I would encourage you to do some research into that if that's where you lean when you're at the grocery store, because fats are actually what fuel us. Fat burns fat, and we need fat in our brain and our heart to do well. So these are good fats. Now I'm not talking about like deep fat fried chicken. This is good fats. ELA, ALA, EPA, DHA, other omega-3s, omega-6s, those are essential fatty acids, and your body needs them. It doesn't make it on its own. You have to get them from food sources. So if you're not eating fresh caught fish 5 to 6 times a week, then you're not probably getting enough. I don't think anybody in this area is doing that. So you should be supplementing. The sweet thing about these guys is they are oil infused with some pretty phenomenal oils. Clove, frankincense, thyme, cumin, wild orange, peppermint, ginger, German chamomile. So clove and frankincense are so high on the antioxidant score. Is anybody eat blueberries because they're good for you? Maybe you just eat them because they taste good. Yeah, right? So good for you. So they score about 15,000 on the ORAC score that measures how many antioxidants are in a food. And so there are 40. That's actually not the highest food, actually, for antioxidants, but it's one of the highest. There are 40 essential oils that score higher on the ORAC score than the highest food on the scale. And the top essential oil is clove. So when you talk about healing organs, recovering things like thyroid and heart and adrenals and all of that. You have to have antioxidants to do that, because oxidative stress, things that we get from our environment and our lifestyle, destroy those. And so we need to find ways to fight against that, free radicals. It's getting a little more intense than I want it to, but know that clove is at the top. Anybody know what the ORAC score for clove is? No, remember, blueberries is 15,000.
Was it like 58,000 or something?
1 million. Close.
Okay. Close.
1 million. 1 million. That's insane. So I have noted, even if you only took the omegas, I know you would notice a difference in your body, your energy levels, your focus, your mood, because of how powerful these little buggers are. The last part of the lifelong vitality is the cellular vitality complex. So this is things like boswellia resin. That's what comes from frankincense. Milk thistle, so important for detoxification and your thyroid. Turmeric, which is good for inflammation, pain, and all these things. Even ginkgo biloba. All these things you hear on Dr. Oz that you should be taking are all in this little guide. This is going to help the body have better vitality, more energy, faster recovery. So these 3 guys on your loyalty rewards program are just $80. Does anybody know where you can go and buy quality supplements this much, an entire month supply for $80? I haven't seen it. Not good stuff, not stuff that doesn't have in artificial sweeteners and all of that. So here's the kicker. These have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Right here on the box. doTERRA is so proud and so, what's the word? Confident in their products, their supplement products, that they will literally, if you if you consumed all of these bottles, an entire month's worth, and you didn't physically feel different by the end of the month, you would call doTERRA customer service. They would ask you your order number, and you would send it back for a full refund. That's great. Like Walmart doesn't do that for me. Target doesn't do that. GNC, they're like laugh their face off if I walked back in there and was like, I've been taking your supplements for 30 days and I don't feel anything different. They would laugh. doTERRA doesn't. That's really a big deal for doTERRA. I know Megan and myself have taken Lifelong Vitality and actually feel different on these supplements. That's just a huge deal. So I always used to say, well, you don't feel different when you eat healthy. You just do it because you do. Like that's when people would say they didn't feel different on their supplements. And now I'm learning you do actually feel different when you eat better. You should feel different when you're on quality supplements that your body's actually absorbing. So about 4% on average is how much standard supplements are being absorbed in the body. So if you're just getting a GNC, Walmart, Hy-Vee, about 4% on average is being absorbed into the system. So consider that. So I wanted to put that out there. If you need to save some money, you can get just the daily nutrient pack, which has the omega and the multi. That is $60. Here's the deal. If you buy one of these packs, you can add up to 3 other supplements for just $20 a piece. So some of my favorite products are the probiotics and the digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes help break down your food. If you deal with any kind of digestive issue, you need support digesting your food, then TerraZyme is an awesome option for you. You can break these apart, put them in applesauce even for your children. I got to get them off the floor though, because your 1-year-old probably shouldn't consume them whole like that. If you yourself or you know someone or your children have trouble with lactose or gluten or any of those food triggers, then digestive enzymes would be so important for you. I know someone that is like deathly reactive to those things, and when they go out to eat, it's like 30 questions at the table because they want to know what's in this, what's it cooked in, is there any cross-contamination, because they'll get majorly sick. And ever since they've been doing the digestive enzymes with their children before and after meals, they've had no flare-ups. So it doesn't mean they're starting to eat gluten again per se, but there's obviously where they're encountering it probably out in the world and they are not reacting. It's helping break down all of those things in the body. That's what digestive enzymes are. You can add them to your supplements for just $20. And then the PB Assist is probiotics. I got to show you these if you haven't seen them before. Anybody have the PB Assist at home? Look at how cool these things are.
They're pretty.
Do you see there's like a capsule in a capsule? So that green little guy is the probiotic. And that has to get all the way into your lower GI to actually do good. And most probiotics don't get that far because they die in the stomach acid. doTERRAs are dual encapsulated and time release. So they're not going to release that probiotic until it's down low, down deep. The prebiotic releases early, but that sets the way for the probiotic. So prebiotic, probiotic, all different strains of bacteria. I have regular bowels since being on there. My immune system is impacted, and my mood is definitely different from being on PB Assist. You can add this to your cart for $34 for 30 capsules, or you can add it to your supplements for $20. So you save $15 just by adding it to healthy supplements. So that's what I do every month. In fact, I'll tell you a little trick if you're a budget person. So this month I ordered the Lifelong Vitality, $80. And I added an extra Omega for $20 and an extra Multi for $20 and a PB Assist for $20. So this month I spent some decent amount in supplements, but now I have a whole extra month worth of supplements that I can purchase instead of $60. You all with me with the math there? Mm-hmm. 80, 60. But if I get this and I add on this is only 40. So anyway, a little tricky there. That's what I typically do when I'm trying to save a little bit of money. Those are the supplements. Was there anything else I was going to chat about? I know a couple more things, but anything more product related that you guys were expecting me to chat about? Anybody have questions? Tanya's been taking the Lifelong Vitality and feels better. That's so good.
Can kids take the On Guard soft gels, Melissa?
8-year-old and 10-year-olds? I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For acute uses, obviously.
Right. Yeah, I would just take one and watch for symptoms to improve. And if they don't, maybe taking one more a day. But I really think you're going to notice a difference. In our culture, we tend to think what goes down the mouth is more powerful than what goes on the skin because just the way we're educated with pharmaceuticals and things. So know that the On Guard and all of these oils that are in here could be for children and adults really just as powerful used topically on the skin. The reason that I find good results with this is because it's easy and I can stay consistent with it. Something like that Symphony of the Cells on the spine and the feet, that's hard to stay consistent with unless you've got someone here to do it. So anyway, just know that you could get just as good results topically if you're concerned about taking something internally. So I want to talk quickly about the Loyalty Rewards program. Some of you might have already started ordering on there. I just want to help you understand the benefits and help you decide if that would be a good program for you. There's 2 ways to order on your back office. You can order standard order, which would be like just shopping on Amazon. You put things in your cart, you check out, and it arrives a few days later in your house. There's no benefit outside of your 25% wholesale discount, which y'all have, which is good. That's still a discount and a bonus in itself. But I am a dealer, not of drugs, of yes.
Kind of. Good drugs. Drugs.
No, no drugs. What's going on here?
No, I mean
supplements. Okay. That's made out of broccoli, I guess, if that's what you do. All right, so here's the deal on the Loyalty Rewards. I am earning back. I wonder if I can share my screen and show y'all. Are y'all still with me? I am earning back 30% every single time I order because I've been ordering on the Loyalty Rewards program for 13 months or more. It's actually been over 2 years. So initially, when I first started buying doTERRA, I was just ordering standard orders because I didn't want to pay the shipping. I would split it with a few other people, and I just do big orders every few months. Then when someone actually sat down and explained to me how I could be getting free product by ordering on Loyalty Rewards, I stopped instantly, because I realized that if I ordered at least one thing a month, I could stay on the Loyalty Rewards program. So here's my Loyalty Rewards orders. This is my points that I've accrued from that program, and this is the percentage in which I receive back. So y'all know that points equal dollars. That means I have $188 to spend for free because of what I've ordered in the past few months. And when my points from last month get deposited, I'm going to have another 60 on top of that. So $240 that I'm going to be able to spend. So one PV, one product value point, allows you to stay on the program. So you only have to ship one thing a month to stay on the Loyalty Rewards program. One thing. So you could literally ship a chapstick every single month, or the On Guard throat drops, or something that you use regularly, lemon essential oil, and you could stay on the rewards program. And every time you order on the rewards program, you get all of the money that you spent on shipping back in points. So if you ship really fast and you want it in 2 days and you spend $12 in shipping, then $12 gets banked for you to spend at another time. If you do the slowest shipping, like I typically do because I'm a dealer, then it's $3.99 and $4 goes back in your bank to spend on something else in the future. So your shipping is always free when you use the Loyalty Rewards. You pay for it up front, but it's always reimbursed to you back in points. And you can get all of that by just ordering one thing a month. If you order at least 50 PV, so 50 PV a month, then you get to increase along a percentage back. So you'll start at 10%. After 3 months of ordering at that level, you'll get 15% back. Then 3 months later, 20%, 25, all the way up to 30% where you'll max out. Now 30%, if I'm spending $100, that's $30 back plus my shipping back in points every single month. So if you're ordering the supplements every month, this is $80. After a year, you'd be getting $24 back every time you spent $80 on supplements. So number one, you can't find quality like that in very many places. You can. There's other places to order supplements too, but nobody's giving you $24 back every single time you order it. So I don't care what kind of credit card you're putting it on. That is way better. So that is really important to me because I have started to redirect a lot of my spending. I'm not just spending a bunch of money on my loyalty program and then spending it elsewhere at Target as well. Look at this, you guys. I'm no longer buying supplements from the health food store that I was buying them at. I'm no longer buying throat drops, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, face stuff, gifts. I'm gifting things like my detox scrub and my body butter. So all of this stuff I'm rerouting into my doTERRA purchases, and then I'm earning a certain percentage back. So I used my points last time to buy Christmas gifts, and I hardly spent anything on anybody, and it was awesome. So I'm not saying go find an extra $50 in your budget and start considering some of these things. I'm saying, where are you spending money at Target, Amazon, wherever, that you could redirect to doTERRA and get a percentage back. $50 is all that's required to make you move along there. And let's say 1 month your tires blow out and you can't spend $50 and you jump down to just one PV. It doesn't mean that you're going to go all the way back down to 10%. You're just going to stay where you were at. So if you were at 25%, you'll just stay there until you have another 3 months of purchasing at 50 PV to increase again. So cool, right? There's not a whole lot of negative. It's really only positive, and you can work all the way up to 30% back. So one PV keeps your loyalty orders in working. You do have to ship one thing every single month, but you edit it. You edit what's in your cart. You edit how you pay for it if you want. You edit it the day it ships. 50 PV allows you to increase in percentage. 100 PV makes you eligible for the doTERRA business. That's actually all that's required of myself, Stacy, and Megan to earn a commission from doTERRA for sharing with our friends. So I want to chat about that for just 1 second. Has anybody ever felt pressure to do the doTERRA business? You haven't, have you? How sweet is that? You're a part of this crazy MLM, right? And nobody's ever pressured you to do the doTERRA business. And that is why I love this company, because the majority of the people that are on my team are just straight up customers. They just love doTERRA oils and they order when they want. And so I love that. I haven't pressured anybody to do the business, maybe Megan a little bit, because she's already doing it. She just didn't know it. I don't think you felt pressured, hopefully.
No, I didn't.
And all that was required for Megan to get started doing the business was to start ordering the loyalty rewards order of 100 PV a month. Has that been difficult, spending $100 a month? What is difficult is to only spend $100 a month. My husband's like, I thought we only had to spend $100. That's what you told me. And I'm like, no, they changed the rules. It's $250. Anyway, just joking, but not joking. So that's all that's required of the doTERRA business. And all I'm doing is sharing with people that want to learn more. I'm helping them get their own oils, and I'm not making money off of their purchases because they're paying higher prices than I am. I'm being paid by doTERRA to share these oils with people. So I have no problem sharing with my friend Stacy up in Watertown, who I went to high school with, or my friend Stacy here in Sioux Falls, who's got pain after birth. Like, I just share because I know they can get results. I know that it can enhance their family life, and they almost always fall in love with the oils without me even asking them to. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If any of you has ever considered the business, all that it requires is a heart to help people and a desire to spend $100 on yourself every month in essential oils or essential oil products. It's really tough. And there's so much community and so much education. I know some people that get started with a company and they are on their own for figuring out their products, figuring out how to sell, and you're just not in doTERRA. I benefit more on the people farther down in my organization than I do even on the very top. So I'm as motivated to help Megan and Stacy as I am anybody that I first met in doTERRA, and that is a beautiful thing. So you'll notice that once you get on the Team Aromasol and Team Living Drop Collective pages, that people just love to support you. So whether you consider the business or not, or you stay a customer, you are, in my books, perfect wherever you're at, wherever you feel called to. I'm now replaced my income when I was working 2 days a week at a chiropractic office in Sioux Falls. And so now I make my own schedule. I have a swap daycare that I do with my friends, and that's when I go out and meet people, share samples, and that's all the time I'm investing in doTERRA. And then it's at 8 o'clock at night when my kids are sleeping, or on a weekend when my husband's off. So the schedule works for you, and that's the most beautiful thing. So if you want to talk real numbers, like what are you really making? I know that's something people want to know. I don't want to share that publicly, but I'm willing to share it because I think people need to know what is possible. So direct message me and we'll chat too. 100 PV on your loyalty rewards is what allows you to do the doTERRA business. 125 gives you a free product of the month. This month it is the Aroma Touch oil, which I had talked about earlier tonight. And then 200 PV, occasionally there'll be an incentive to get free product. That's what was in December and January, free frankincense with a 200 PV order. And that's what it'll be if they do my Deep Blue Rub promo again, be at $200. So that's when I stock up, or I find a friend that can go in with me or something like that. Or I just spend it on myself, whatever it is, to get those things. All right, that's loyalty rewards. Is that what we were going to chat about today? I went a little bit over, but hopefully y'all found it helpful. I wanted to give away something for y'all taking time out of your night and listening to all of us chat about what we love. Does anybody want to try the shampoo and conditioner? I have a big old pack of it. So this is probably 2 or 3 showers. So a week's worth, right? Of shampoo and conditioner. And then I've got the On Guard. Someone say
yeah. I do.
You
Tanya wants it.
Tanya wants it.
I want it.
Wait, what's going on? And then I've got an On Guard toothpaste sample, and then I also want to put some Deep Blue Rub in a container that you guys can try out. So Stacy has written down everyone's name that joined us live. I'm going to cancel out the recording here. Sorry for y'all that had to join late.